Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome to another episode of Intuitive Creator Spotlight. I am Stella, your host, and in this playlist, I invite amazing guests who transform their lives through the power of art and intuition and are on a journey now to help other people connect with themselves and transform their lives too. Today, I have here with me amazing Seohyun. She has a very beautiful name, and I love how she inspires people to just look at creativity from so many different ways. And we'll talk about this more. But just to give you an idea of like a brief into her story, she chose to turn a personal loss into just this amazing art, the Korean style buttercream flower cakes. And I cannot wait for her to share more about this with us. Hi, Sohyun. Welcome to this interview.
Hi, Stella. Thank you for having me.
Yes, and something that came to me as I was just introducing you is I listened sometimes when you introduced yourself to other people. Can you tell us how do you tell people to remember your name? Because I
Yeah.
love that.
Yes, because typically my Korean pronunciation is harder to pronounce for English pronunciation. So I usually say the closest pronunciation for my name is So Young. So people can remember my name, So Young, and it's similar to my um, actual name. So yeah, So Young, remember me.
Yes, 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 yes. I
And people
love
love
that.
it. Yeah.
I absolutely love it. And I remember when we met in person at an event a while ago, I asked you a few times to pronounce your
Yeah.
name so I can remember it because there is like a melody to it and I really, really liked it. So I'm very happy that you are here with us today because I know that your story is really inspiring in the sense that you chose to transform a moment in your life, a transition, a transformation in your life into a path that is filled with creativity and art. How was that moment healing for you when you chose to say, you know what, I'm just going to start doing these beautiful buttercream flowers for cakes? Like, how did that become a healing moment for you in your transformation?
I think like we talked about before, often saying, everything happened for a reason. And I think this journey might have been preparing for me to start from the COVID lockdown because in a way it was lucky for us, for my family. Just before lockdown started, my mom got cancer. So we were quickly packing everything um, and flew to Korea to live there for a while. And because nothing was happening in England. So it was quite perfect timing to fly to Korea. And then it wasn't locked down in Korea. And my mom had a surgery while we were isolating to be free just before go out to my mom. Um, and then um, getting emotional talking about. Sorry, I might have to pause. Um, Before that moment, that around that time, I wasn't really having real connection with my mom because of my past childhood experience. But while living there for 9 months, I think I had a reconnection with my mom. All the experience, having family here on my own, I don't mean on my own, but without my family, Korean side of my family, um, it was a bit tough, I must say. But living there for 9 months, I had that all the experience I've been missing, connecting with my sisters, my mom. It was amazing experience. But then I had to come back and left everything amazing experience, amazing emotional feelings, reconnection with the family. I have to leave behind and came back and live again, restart again, I feel like. So again, um, it was kind of feeling lost my identity again. So struggling to get back to my usual life and usual business that I used to run, my jewelry business. And then my mom's cancer back after a year later. So I flew back to kind of to be with her for the last um, time of her life. And then one day when I was in hospital to look after mom, she, because I said, like, I want to be very successful so that I want to make you happy. Because my mom was always like money driven person. She came from nothing. Her family was really poor. Our family was poor. When she was born, it was just after the Japanese colonization, and she had to go through like a Korean War as well when she was little. So our country generally really poor state. So like as you can imagine, for her life, the money was the very core driven thing. And then hearing from my mom, that kind of person saying, live life happily. So I took it very, very like a big thing. I mean, you hear it often, everybody once, at least once in their life, they hear live life happily. So it's not that special thing, but for me, it was very, very special hearing from my mom. So when I came back, I was starting to searching for new thing. What can it make me happy? That's why how I started.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing this. And I can totally understand that it's not an easy thing to remember and go through. Um, you used that difficult moment in your life, you took that energy and chose to alchemize it, to transform it into something beautiful, creative, and inspiring. And this is I really admire that, because it's very easy to go into a depressive mode, which it happens. You go through grief, you go through so much, but then what do you do in those moments? What do you actually choose to do? And I love that you said your, like, the conversations that you had with your mom, it sounds like they have been incredibly healing for both of you, because yes, she has been through her journey, and then she really took the time to tell you that message that was so important for you. And clearly, she knew it's going to be important for you. That's why she told you that message. So when she told you, to just go and live a happy life, what do you think she actually wanted to tell you with that? What did those words mean when she said this expression, this phrase?
I think basically she wanted me to think about priorities in life. Because like I said, she was always money driven person, and she wasn't really connecting with her own children. She had six children, but all the relationship between us and mom wasn't healthy and nice and joyful and loving. I think on that bed in a hospital, she was regretting it. I think she could have happier life. That she, yeah, I think that message she wanted to give it to me.
And it's something that really inspired you, and it definitely sounds like you took that not only like seriously in terms of the message, but also you decided to start a completely new chapter in your life, because as you mentioned, you are not new to the art, to the creation part of things, because you had a jewelry business before. Can you tell us how your previous experiences in like a jewelry business are connected with what you do now? Like what's similar in these two experiences?
Yeah, because the jewelry business I did, it was a bit more like a fashion trend focused item. So it's not like a goldsmith or silversmith that you create from the raw material to completely new. Um, the old material is already there, and I have that kind of, I guess, a special. This must be like a unique talent for me, because some people are good at creating from the scratch, but for me, I see different material components. Immediately I can picture in my head how I combine them together and make it something completely different look. That's my style of design. So even the jewelry business side, that's why I took this uh, fashion imitation jewelry side of it. And the buttercream flower, in a way, it's kind of from raw material buttercream to creating something new. But what I like about is I can see the creation immediately, very fast, very quickly. Um, it doesn't take that long, and that's what I like about. Um, so it's personal preference, isn't it? The different style of designing.
Mm-hmm.
So from jewelry, that kind of different style, I wanted to, yeah, I wanted to take that point of my personality designing. Does it
Mm-hmm.
make sense? Do you understand what I mean?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. It just absolutely sounds that you chose to use all the skills and your ability to see the beautiful things around you and just create an expression of some sort and bring it into your new chapter. And yes, as we had a conversation before, I was sharing with you that every time I look at your pictures with the amazing cakes that you create, I can only imagine the amount of patience that you need. And I know you said that it's quite fast for you, but for me, like someone
Mm-mm.
who doesn't
I,
do this stuff, to
yeah,
me,
I don't mean the time-wise fast. I don't, it takes ages to create one cake, finish the product. But what I meant is, um, when I pipe, it immediately creates the shape and colors and patterns and all that. That's what I mean.
mm,
Yeah.
yeah. And but obviously, you need a lot of patience for that and creativity at the same time. So if you were to think about this process of creation, when you make those flowers and you go into that space of um, just bringing this idea to life, because every cake has its own style and energy, what does that mean to you on a personal level? How do you
Mm.
feel once you completed a cake like this?
Um, yeah. Again, I feel like what's going on in my brain, what I want to say next. Um, when I did the jewelry business, I get often like still wedding business customers. They want to gift bridesmaid gift. And sometimes like I want to say thank you to mom after the wedding, or something like that kind of gesture. Make people happy, make people the what's the word? Grat- Gratitude.
Yeah,
That's
to
it.
show the gratitude.
Yes.
Mhm, mhm.
Um, yes. And I guess it's again connected with my the past experience, that because again with my mom relationship, it wasn't happy relationship, even though I longing her love. But anyway, um, so I love getting involving celebration. I love especially getting involved in wedding because, you know, two couples loving each other and creating new family, new chapter in their life. I love being part of that kind of journey. You know, all the great feelings, like gratitude, love, happy. um, so because of my childhood memory, I really think it's important, the couples starting their family journey, and they gonna bring their own kids at some point. I mean, some people not choose not to have a children, but usually that is the moment everything starts, isn't it? And they gonna bring their children into the world, and they gonna loving them, teach them, educate them, whatever they do. That's the moment, the starting journey. So it's really, really important for me to be in that part of journey so that I can be part of their happy life.
Oh, oh, that's such a beautiful thought. And also, if you think about it, that beautiful piece of art that you bring on their table on that very special day will remain in their memories for the rest of their lives because they'll just look through the pictures of that day, you know, and they will always see your cake. They will always remember how much that meant to you. And you know, to some people it may be just the idea of a cake, but in reality, that cake at the end of the celebration or during the celebration means so much to so many people because even now when we're recording this video, my daughter is almost 8, but I remember we did a very special cake for her when she was 5, and to this day, she's always telling me how much that cake meant to her. And she was so
No.
little. So I think I just love how you described how you want to be like part or contribute. You want to
Mm,
contribute to this energy of love and harmony, into somebody's life. And this is really, really beautiful. So, how do you feel you found or reconnected with your identity through this process of like buttercream flower creation?
what do you mean identity?
Because you mentioned at some point you felt like you lost the connection with your own identity, and then you
Mm,
chose to search for something new that will bring excitement in your life. So, how do you feel that this process of like learning how to create these flowers on the cakes, how did this help you reconnect
mm,
with your own identity?
mm. Um, Before properly starting this cake journey, I felt like I need to set right mind, I need to set right mindset to be able to present in an online world, especially nowadays. The personal branding is so important, and I had a reason to be front of my business. Um, so I was looking for my purpose, why I do this. And it's again it always come back to my mom. um, because again, she didn't have a chance to get proper education. She never been to school. Creating site is one part, but also I want to teach people to give a chance to learn skill, and with that skill they can be independent, they can run business, especially women, especially very creative and intelligent and clever people who didn't have a chance. And if I can inspire that kind of people and start something they really love, that will be my
Will be your intention and your legacy, I guess,
yeah,
for.
that's yeah. And I think that will make me happy as a person who doing this business. If I
Mm,
can inspire someone and starting something what they want to do,
mm,
learn it, and then um become what they want to be.
mm,
That's
mm.
kind of connecting my purpose and my identity together, if that makes sense.
Mm. And also what you bring into the world, and I know you're in the UK for everyone who's watching us, originally from South Korea. I know that you bring this technique that is specifically practiced in South Korea. Is that correct? And then you want to bring that into the world.
Mm. As you know, cake started Western culture, but in Korea, I think it's about 10 years ago, somebody started this flower piping. Um, there was a like very generic piping course from the well-known brand. So people already did a little bit of a flower piping or any cake decoration piping, but somebody started this journey and then it became quite popular in Korea. So when I went back to my mom's 1 year ritual ceremony, I took this course from the professional. Yeah, I took the chance to get some guidance from Korean professional cake maker doing this the same technique. So yeah, when I came back, I wanted to introduce UK audience. I mean, there are people already doing similar thing, but the I think from 10 years ago and now, when you see Korean how Korean buttercream flower pipe is scale, it's completely different level, I think.
Mm,
And the style is a little bit different as well.
mm,
And especially the teacher I had in Korea, she is a bit more like a little bit more artisan and artistic style rather than just the cake,
mm,
usual cake decorating. So I want to combine those two things with my
mm.
artistic and designing side of past experience. Combine these two things together.
Mm. So would you say that the unique element that you bring into
Mm,
your work is the
yes,
combination of these two?
yes, yes.
That's so beautiful. And also, it's, yeah, even though, as you mentioned, it's a new kind of industry that is growing, developing, you listen to your own calling, to your own guidance, and you immersed yourself in it. And I can always see the beautiful photos that you share and the videos. And I think it when I connect with these photos, it's not just the visual that I'm connecting with, but also I can definitely feel the love that you put into the creation of every piece. And it's the colors that you choose and the color, how you create these colors and nuances. It is a true, beautiful art. So if
Thank
there
you.
is someone watching us who thinks, well, I think I would absolutely love to learn how to do this. First of all, who do you think would be in a position to start learning? Like, do you need to have a specific type of experience before learning how to do these flowers, do you think? Or how would you describe like the starting point of someone before learning this art?
I will say I will start with the passion. I think you need to have a passion, even if you are great at making stuff, even if you are great at crafting and art, if you don't have passion for that, I don't think it will go um, further than what you could achieve the best out of you. So also, because when I had the experience teaching people, and obviously, if you have natural talent that you can make stuff with your hands, and you are a very crafty person, then it will come out different result. So I think you need to really look into yourself that a if you have that kind of talent and you want to go for that direction, also if you have a passion. I think those three things are very, very important. And even if you are not talented in that kind of skill, if you have a passion, if you love what you want to do, that will take you even further.
Mm.
So yeah, I would say passion is very, very important.
Yes, because then passion is driving you to
Mm.
this desire to learn how to do things better and better and in different ways and to explore yourself or your inner world more too. This is such an inspiring story because it just shows that you can take your like skills and upgrade them, change them, shift them that in a way that aligns with your current life and circumstances. And I loved what you said that you want to inspire those people who want to uh, change something in their lives. And especially, I know that you have your children and you wanted to be present for them as well, to create a life around your passion too, and to have a balance between both. So to everyone who's watching us, please check out the description of this video to know how you can connect with Seohyun. And depending on when you're going to find this video, maybe immediately after we post it or years after we post it, make sure you check out her projects and any kind of things that she's working on. Because if you want to learn from her, I can absolutely recommend her work and the passion, because she is very passionate about what she does. So Hyun, for those who are maybe on their healing journey and they think maybe it's time for me to change something in my life, where do I start from? Where do I look first within myself?
One,
What would you say?
uh, curiosity about you, about your life. Um, the reason why I say that is I had to keep looking to myself what I'm good at, what I'm not good at, what I love doing, what I don't love doing. And I said about the passion, but the baking side of it, I wasn't sure. And that bit made me hesitate to go further in my business. So I had to unpack myself, my past experience, where this idea came from. So then I thought about again my mom. You always go back to my mom, but my mom was, I think, she was very entrepreneur kind of lady, and she will be the driver in in our family. But because unfortunately, she was born in um, that kind of era, she has to cook. And she often moan about, like, even though she was amazing cook, she cooks, like, honestly, she was so talented, but she hated cooking. And I think that kind of the emotion embedded in me. So I think I took that kind of talent from my mom, and I can cook, but I don't enjoy cooking. So when I had to bake, I really thought I need to really look into myself properly, and I have to unpack it. Otherwise, I can't do this. I can't go any further. So that kind of process, you have to curious about yourself, your personality, and if you need to unpack it like I did, and then you will see completely different outcome, and you will know completely different about you. Yeah, so that's my
Mm.
advice.
And thank you for mentioning this because it just shows like what it takes to actually go through a journey of healing. Because yes, once you experience healing, it's so freeing and loving, and you bring so much joy and happiness. And at the same time, as you embrace this path of healing, we have like we all of us have to be ready for moments like these. And yeah, you overcame that resistance for baking because you're so passionate about the creative part of it, and eventually you reached the point where you found your own love, you rediscovered your own love for everything, because it's a whole package. And that's why I'm saying that I always feel the love that you put in your creation, and thank you for that. To everyone who's watching us, thank you for watching this episode. If you're new to our channel, take a moment to subscribe, like this video, let us know your thoughts, and check out the description to know how to connect with Seohyun and myself.